conversation that is adjacent to a plea agreement. Now, Jerry and Miss Hendricks, I'm going to lay out our understanding of the processes of what occurred here today. And if you
Okay.
confirm, that will satisfy your end of the deal. So,
Okay.
my partner and I, Mr. Lenny Hawk, have investigated these suspicious financial activity calls that we get from concerned folks, and we have come to the following conclusions. So, there is a lot of crime that is happening around the city. Specifically, Hawk and I have been dealing with the Sandy Shores and Paleto areas, and routinely there are people running moonshine, doing deliveries, or selling stolen goods. And what they're doing is basically selling illicit goods and receiving rolled cash that's kind of, from illicit sources. And then they wash that cash, flatten it out real good, run some, bleach through it to get some of the dye to be more uniform. And then they take that washed cash, and in order to, get rid of any trace of where it came from, they are going around the city buying money orders with this washed cash, and then the money orders then convert into untraceable cash because there is no link between the original actions, such as the criminal acts that were occurring, like the moonshining or the stolen goods or anything like that, and the ultimate money order and cash that comes out from there. That's our understanding. We've caught people at various different stages of this crime, let's call it. For example, just the other day, and I won't, betray who it was, but we caught someone at the Great Ocean Highway Fleeca in a flagged club that had been marked on radar at several other ATMs or financial locations doing these drop-offs. And we found on them all the washed money, and they were about to make a purchase. When we left, they made the purchase. So we're well aware of the different segments. As we have formed your attorney, this is just simply the last test case, which we will present to the DOJ for the financial crimes. So, what do you think, guys? Did we get it or did we get it?
I don't know. I don't really do this a lot.
But you did take washed cash and try to convert it into money orders, correct?
Yeah, but I don't know like the other processes.
Oh no,
like...
that's fine. Yeah, we're just focused on the
That's what I was
conversion of the
doing.
money. Understood. Okay.
Well, yeah, he was doing it. I wasn't doing it.
Oh, Ray, were
He was
you
doing it.
driving the club?
Again, telling you our story.
Tell me the story.
So Lenny-san has been investigating these 37.
Before you go, just pay very close attention to what he's saying because it's important.
Lenny-san has been investigating these 37 Charlies for a number of weeks now. I've only joined in more recently with him, but him and I have been kind of staking them out and trying to get ahead of them because the way we understand it is, and we didn't know what they were doing, but we just knew they were doing something at these financial institutions, both ATMs and at other places. We couldn't figure out what was happening. So we were never there on time because it was always like we heard from the concerned caller like after the person left.
Break.
Sometimes
Keep listening.
you get call about them fleeing and their plates flagged and what their car looks like. But you can never prove what they did because you weren't there, right?
Yeah.
So during our quest to stop these people, we found the following in varying stages. So sometimes we found people in these flag plate cars.
Keep listening.
With a bunch of money orders and no money on them besides the money orders. Other times we found people with a whole ton of washed cash but no money orders. And these wash bills are like, it's almost like someone kind of just did laundry, right? Like they actually like are de-wrinkling their clothes and kind of pressing them and all that, but they're still damp. So more recently, we found Ghetto Kaiba at the Great Ocean Highway Fleeca. He had $4,000 in washed cash on him, but no money orders. He was sitting in a 1060 flag stolen vehicle that was flagged from previous 37 Charlie calls around the city. We were staking out waiting for him. But when we searched him and detained him and arrested him and all that, because he complied, because he knew he didn't have anything on him, he didn't have the money orders. But the alert for the Great Ocean Highway Fleeca had not gone off yet. So when we left, after giving him the joyriding charge, the alert went off. So he must have gone in the bank and did the business. And as we pull back up, Flops Rainman, who's one of his gang members, the Irwin Dundee, is sitting there in the personal car picking them up after we took their joyriding car.
Greater demons.
And we started interrogating them, like, not interrogating, but, kind of just like bantering with them. Like, oh, you guys, sold those money orders and got that washed cash before you get here, right? And we thought that like Flops was carrying the money orders and they were converting them into this money. But today we found someone with $14,000 in money orders and $1,000 in washed cash, and we caught them on the very last of like their run, right? Because usually they only ping off like 3 or 4 or 5 places.
Correct.
And here we caught them on the very last one, intercepted on 68 after they had hit like Boulevard del Perro. I forget every single one, but it was like Hawick and then Route 68. Palomino Ginger Street was where it started in Little Seoul. And we caught them at 68 and Great Ocean Highway. And we told them, we'll give you only misdemeanors, not even reckless evading. And we won't go to the courts and try to get you on like money laundering and tax evasion and all this stuff. If you just admit to us what we already know.
I don't know what my total level is.
And so we put him in an interrogation room, and I basically laid out, and we have this on recording, I laid out that we've caught all these people doing petty crime in Sandy, like selling moonshine, doing stolen goods deliveries. And Hawk and I, every single time we catch someone doing these things in Sandy, they always are carrying rolled cash. And we've now begun seizing that rolled cash or attempting to seize it from these defendants and seeing if they push back or not. Some of them try to claim it's not involved, but some of them just willingly go with it when we say, oh, we know you got this rolled cash from dropping off these goods. And they say, yeah, whatever, I'm guilty in exchange for time off. So we know they're getting rolled cash from these jobs. And then we know from investigations with other officers who have their dossiers that rolled cash is converted to washed cash, just simply by cleaning it physically, right?
Yeah,
and now, on recording, these guys admitted today that what they were doing was driving around buying money orders with washed cash. So we have the full life cycle of the money from illegal activity all the way to money order. Which means
that last part again. What do they do with the money?
They're buying money orders with washed cash. So it's like you walk up to a 24/7, you say, I need a money order for $500. And you give them $500 in cash and they give you the money order, but there's no record of the transaction anywhere. It's not digital.
Right.
It's just filling out like a
they're
card.
just putting it in the machine.
And so then when they deposit the money order in their bank account, it's as if it just appears magically clean. Like there's no trace of any crime associated.
Thus, money laundering.
Yeah. So now we can prove the entire life cycle of the money, and thus we can keep the money.
Ooh, what do you say? Keep the money. Wait. I like that.
No. You're not understanding, Sirexu. We already kept the money tonight from the people that confirmed it. That was part of the deal. They agreed to let us keep the money because we already knew what was going on.
See, that's evidence, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But I think you need to hold on to it for the time being, right? So because we're gonna push for this, right?
Unless they appear.
Yeah, no. I'm telling you, the people tonight. Part of the plea deal was we're seizing your 15,000.
They think that you mean keep it for yourself.
Oh, no.
I didn't get that out of what you said. I did not get that out of what you said.
The police department, sir.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Wait a second, hold on.
I was like, damn.
Our clan's glory is for the greater glory of the OSPD. Hey.
Wait, speaking of which, that's a great point. How come after the statute of limitations is up, we can't take that and then put that in the budget?
Because it was using the commission for crime.
Ethics,
proceeds of crime, right?
Morals.
Sketchy.
I will say this.
We could use it at maid cafes in Nippon, though. Anyone want to go vacation?
No.
Yeah, we can do
You've already
that.
been kicked out of every wood, Declan.
And then we can get the cash back.
Yeah, but
and
maybe
then,
I can change my hair.
We'll sneak you in.
I can help you with that.
I know a barber.
Anyway, I wasn't thinking of keeping it. I was just insinuating that we now, as a police department, can be confident in taking these Baka's money because we know it's illegal.
So it's the rolled, right? Okay, so there's
rolled cash is from doing like moonshine deliveries and stolen goods. That gets washed
as well. Yeah.
What about drugs too?
Oh no, I'm sure it does. Well, I don't know that. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just telling you what I know, like from our
you know for a fact.
I know for a fact.
Nice. Okay. So that's another one. So all these sources of this rolled cash being used for like payment for illicit goods and contraband. Then they wash it, and then they turn it into money orders. And then the money orders turn into magical clean cash.
That's how these guys have a lot of money now, huh? That makes sense.